12,000 of you have spoken as to where your units are going between November and December. Hi everybody, welcome back to our brand new video. You're probably thinking to yourself, Rich, you're covering a lot of stuff, Banquet event and Cyber Weekend orientated. Yeah, well these are the two important sales things that you invest your units in of the year. I'm sure some people will say, and we will bring it into the discussion about things like the Sinister Sentinel Sideshow and the sales there, but there's some pitfalls to that particular type of sale that I do want to talk about and bring into this because it's relevant but irrelevant at the same time. Anyway, so a couple of days ago I put out a little bit of a community vote as to where your units are going. It's just an interesting, and I thought it'd be good to kind of go over why some people are choosing to do this. We're going to bring in discussion from you all in the comments of this. But yeah, 12,000 of you voted and 83% are going with Banquet Event 2024 versus Cyber Week deals. And it's always incredibly interesting to know why. It's also helpful for new people. If you're going to these events for the very first time, you want to know, why should I invest my units into these particular events? What do I get back from it? Is it a pointless endeavor? We have to really bring all those things into everyone's thoughts and I'd say prayers in some way, because some's RNG, some is very expensive to follow. At the moment, we're in a relatively unknown situation as to what we invest in to what we get back from both events. However, there's a little bit of something which is helpful, and the Hunter's Market, which is going to be the Cyber Weekend deals or Cyber Week deals 2024, we know that 7-star gems or hiccups, Awakened gems available from both Valiant and Paragon. Now that's good to know that 7-star Awakening gems are available. It does not say, are these spending elements, like you have to spend in order to get them, pay to win, whatever you want to refer to as, or can you get them at the end of some of the deals? Some of the end of the deals I'm referring to is, say on screen right now with Valiant, right at the very end of spending about 24,000 units plus, you're able to get yourself some of the more rarer, spicier things within games. Some of the meta rewards that a lot of players invest a lot of units to get back. Will it be in here? We just don't know. The same thing with the unknown is about the Banquet Event 2024, because we don't know what end the ranked rewards are going to be. You don't know whether or not it's going to be 7-star Awakening gems right at the very end at the higher ranks, and that could be upwards of, first 300 positions. It could be further. Again, there's a lot of unknowns. The Banquet event, however, has a little bit of promise to it. It has something more. That something more is the fact that we've got these greater Banquet tokens, these Banquet tickets that obviously transfer to tokens. Tokens come into getting those crystals. And as a result, you're going to have yourself points on the boards to get up further, quicker, without having to do much of a unitary spend to get something back from it. I certainly hope your ticket acquisition has been going well. I know it's been very mixed for a lot of people, especially with the availability of doing different types of events. And I know that the Royal Hunt this week starts a new chapter of you're going to have to smash a 6-star with what likely will be a 5-star or a 4-star. Also on Saturday, I don't know if you saw the video where I compared both events, Cyber Weekend and the Banquet event together, as to what you get back from it. They're very different events in, say, guaranteed and actuality, as you don't get a lot of guarantee with stuff with the Banquet event, but you get a lot of guarantee with what you get back based on selectors and other kind of helpful things. In rank rewards in the Banquet event, there are selectors, but effectively it's a unit investment. Whether or not you're investing 36,000 units and getting something extra on the milestones, like last time the Sinister sales, 36k spent and you got a 7-star Weapon X. Likewise, if you compare that with the Banquet event, you spend 9,500 units and you've pretty much done all the milestones and got a lot of stuff. So there's always a comparison as to the further you invest into the Banquet event, it's like RNG orientated. The more you invest into the Cyber Weekend event, it is more actual stuff, and you're guaranteed to get what you get back from it. It's always a very mixed bag. So why are people more interested in the Banquet event this year? Well, first of all, I don't know if this is down to Kabam. Kabam's, and I'd say lack of trust in Kabam. If you go back to the Sinister Sentinel Sideshow sales, which are the July 4th deals, those were really bad for Paragon, Thronebreaker, well, not for Thronebreaker and Cavalier, but definitely bad for Paragon. This meant that Valiant had their own deals, which you can see on screen. They were there. But then for those that were lower than that, they were sandwiched together. And because they were sandwiched together, it meant that the opportunity to get better things or feel that you were valued is then largely sandwiched in Cavalier getting a massive buff up, Thronebreaker getting a massive buff up of reward opportunities, and it not being, so great. And that may have changed, especially if Kabam were doing the Hunter's Market and then saying that Valiant and Paragon get access to the 7-star Awakening gems. Could that mean that Paragon and Valiant deals are going to be sandwiched together? So trust is very important. Kabam also said that they would be improving the Banquet event rewards opportunities for those that are higher up. Of course, Valiant being the top of that particular mountain even. Now, I'm perfectly well aware about my volume of units. I am sitting on 20,500 units. I am hoping to invest in 25 units, 25 units, that'd be nice, 25,000 units into the event. But that will be by the end of the event. This will largely mean that I'll take any free units that I get between now and obviously coming from the milestone events into the Banquet event, so it all gets reinvested back in. So those 25,000 units are invested. That's not a huge amount of units to get something good from rank back from it. In fact, it is like just really low down. But I wanted to find out, at least try, how it's changed year in, year out. And I do a lot of coverage of the Banquet event to ensure that you who are free to play and spending are getting as much value to it from investment. So the amount of reward, the amount of greater Banquet crystals you invest as to what you get back from it. Let's face it, if you want to get back a lot from this event, you're going to have to invest a lot of units. So my 25,000 that I plan to invest is largely not going to, it's not going to get a bigger splash. However, though, I can have a bit of fun. And that's one of the big things I'm going to be trying to do, is have a bit of fun. The fun I'm going to try and have is invest in 9,950 units, providing it has some kind of correlation this year how it was last year, and just get all the milestones, which I don't think I did last year because I invested a small amount of units. I'm also going to do a follow-up video at the end of the event going in the theme of, okay, what did I get from my Greater Banquet crystals? Was it worth investing in that, plus the milestones, plus the rank? See what I get with the results, and then compare it against, was I shafted? Was it my mistake for not investing in the Cyber Weekend deals? And do a kind of proper comparison as to that, because I want to find out if I've made a mistake and at the same time share that experience, because free-to-play spenders, you want to know that you're getting value back. And of course, an RNG-based event doesn't exactly mean that you're going to get it back in multitude. Anyway, I want to find out from you in the comments from this video, and we're going to have a look in the community tab as to why you're prioritizing the Banquet event versus the Cyber Weekend and Cyber Week deals. So here we go with some of your thoughts. So Legend says that 36k units for every deal, including Cyber Weekend. Basically, Cyber Weekend for spenders, non-spenders, Banquet. Interesting. I have double units if the Mojo fight wasn't stacked. Sack of BS. Okay, that's not relevant. Cyber Weekend for guaranteed value. You see stuff, you buy stuff. It ain't fun for me. Banquet event always brings that feeling of holiday to me. Do you know what? I like that. This is what I'm talking about, vibe. There's an aura about the Banquet event, isn't it? An aura about it that you just go, I like it. Almost saved 10k. I've never had this much in my account. Let's hope Kabam doesn't mess up their 10-year anniversary. I take the guaranteed value with the Cyber Week sales over the RNG to crystals. Okay, each to their own, isn't it? Banquet event starts, I think, on the 20th. Where's the option for both? Well, lucky you. Cyber Weekend might be expensive for those who don't play Arena and spend money on offers. Therefore, many are going to wait for Banquet. I suppose it's how many units you got. If you don't have like a load of units, then you will go for the lower to kind of get back something that's of value. Anyway, always definitely say for the Banquet events, there's something specific. I want a full tier 6 mutant. Okay, I see an offer that gives that to me, then I'm going to spend that. If there's something of value, go for it if it's important to your account or not. I'll go for the Cyber Week deals because I want Hercules Kitty so bad. And that's the element that we talked about at the weekend. Selectors. Selectors are important to players. Acquisition of specific champions for a goal in the game. a really powerful attacker in Battlegrounds, defender in Battlegrounds, a decent war defender, a decent all-rounder. You know, this is something that I need to do a video on, like why people are choosing all-rounder champions that are important and do like a double whammy for being on defense and offense. I just love to open more and more Banquet crystals. Hey, look, if people enjoy it, people enjoy it. 9,000 units enough for Banquet? Yes, but maybe an extra 500 to be helpful. But that can be got from the milestones. So I think 9,000 you're safe. Yes. But yeah, you need to invest some of the milestones. And let's scroll down to some others because I don't want to go right from the top. Let's go around from the bottom. Again, someone else saying both. I have 26k units ready to whale out for sure. Nice. I've been happy every year spending on Banquet and not Cyber Weekend. Vibes, innit? Vibes. I'll probably spend around 40% on Cyber and the rest on Banquet. Nice. Banquet, happy holidays? Damn for sure. Both, again, says PC Anderson. What happens in Cyber Week and what happens in the Banquet event? One's RNG and one is not. But there's some nice milestones for a minimal amount of unit investment. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. I'm sorry I can't feature everybody. I just don't want to make this a long video because people moan if anything's kind of like over a certain amount of time. But I wanted to include your thoughts. And thank you very much for those that submitted. This is great. Always great to see the vibes and also the responses in these community tab posts. More coming this week. I've got 2 more planned. One about a rework. I want to do a rework tier list. And there's another one orientated about the Cyber Weekend. Thanks very much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye for now.